Retro Gaming Mania!
Hey guys, Retro Gaming Maniac here, and today we got Batman on the brain. We'll be taking a look at some of the Batman games I have in my collection, starting off with the NES and all the way up to current gen. Well, still current gen to me. PlayStation 3 and stuff. Technically last gen, current gen. So, hope you enjoy the video. We'll be doing a little bit of gameplay of each one, just showing you the games, brief history of each one, and what I think about them. Alright, see you there. So as you just saw in that little intro there, these are the Batman games I have in my collection. Now I don't have them all, but I think I have a fair amount of them. I'm still working on trying to get the rest, but there is a lot of them. Probably going to take me a while to get them all. Some of these are pretty common. Actually, most of them are common. There's not really a rare Batman game that I'm aware of. This one right here is uncommon. It's The Adventures of Batman and Robin for the Super Nintendo. For some reason, it's just hard to find. I don't know. I'm sure there's no shortage of them, but it's going about $60 to $80 online. I was able to get mine at a good price. So, and it's actually a very fun game. A lot of times you get these rare, uncommon games, and they're just total crap. This one's actually very good. It may actually be my favorite one out of my whole collection. And, of course, everybody knows Batman on the NES. Very good game. Very common as well. Now this one, I don't know if it's uncommon or what, but I have trouble finding this one. I found this one in the store, and it was the first time I'd ever seen this one, actually. I'm sure you can find them online all day long, but just out in the wild, you don't see them too often. At least I don't in my area. And it's actually a pretty good game. It's a beat-em-up. Similar to the Super Nintendo version. Just, 8-bit version. But we're going to be taking a look at all these, showing a little bit of gameplay, giving a brief history on them, and my impressions on them as well. This one here is kind of crap, but, it's Batman, so I had to have it. So, we'll see you there. We're going to be starting off with Batman on the NES. So, let's go ahead and take a look at it. Alright guys, you hear that? Hear that theme? That intro? It's Batman on the NES. It's a very awesome game. It's my first Batman game. Let's give it a try here. I love this little intro here with the Batmobile just riding into town. Alright, so as soon as you start off, you already got guys charging at you. This is a hard game. I never did beat it growing up. Alright, controls for the game. You got select is your pause button. Start, when you have gadgets, is how you choose your gadget. It just cycles through them. I believe there's 3 or 4 different gadgets. You can wall jump, as you can see here. You can duck, jump straight up, punch, crouch and punch. Let's go ahead and get a gadget to show y'all. Ooh. Let's see, no gadgets yet. No gadgets. After the first level, this game gets crazy hard. But I never did beat it, but I got pretty far. I think I came close to beating it. It's a very fun game. It's basically just a platformer. A few unique things about it, like the wall jumping and stuff. But it came out in 1990. It was made by Sunsoft, and it came out a year earlier in Japan, and it was a success. Everybody loved it. Now here's the gadgets I was talking about. You have this one here. Don't know what it's called, but it's kind of like a ninja star. You have your batarangs, and you have your rocket pistol, which I like. I don't know why Batman has a rocket pistol, but he does, and that's awesome. Now if you just select where it says Batman, you'll just be using your fist, which I prefer a lot of times, because I'm Batman. Ooh! Dang it. Yeah, I believe Ninja Gaiden was the first game to come out that had the wall jumping on it, and I think Batman kind of took after Ninja Gaiden with the whole wall jumping idea. I could be wrong though. Dang it. Select the Batarang. Boom. Yeah, I love this game. I played it all the time growing up, and I'm sure if you were to give it a try today, you'd love it as well. It's not hard to find. It's actually pretty common. It goes for about $5 to $10, and it's worth it. I believe it's a fun game, and it's got a nice dark tone to it, just like the Tim Burton movies. It the environments are real dark. Just everything about it just is epic. Batman's animations are pretty cool. Now, a lot of the enemies are pretty much the same. They're, you know, there's not too many different enemies in here, but it's enough to get by. You know, it doesn't feel too repetitive. So that's pretty much it for the Batman on the NES. Let's get on to Batman Returns for the NES. Show you what that's like. Alright guys, so you saw Batman on the NES. Next up on the list is Batman Returns on the NES. Now there was a game for the NES that came out before this one. It was called Batman Return of the Joker. It's actually the same game. This is just the Sega version of it, but it came out on the NES, and it was actually pretty good. This is the one I'll be showing you now. It's basically a beat-em-up game, but you'll see here in a second. Alright guys, Batman Returns on the NES, made by Konami. Very good game maker, a publisher, developer, whichever you want to call it. Whatever it is. Now this game has a really long intro, so I'm not going to make you sit through it, but we'll go ahead and start playing. And it actually follows the Batman Returns movie pretty closely. This game plays more like a beat 'em up than more than, you know, the first one was more of a platformer. This one's more of like a Double Dragon style beat 'em up. But it's definitely fun. I think they kind of rushed this game. It came out in 1993, and it came out on, I believe, the Sega Genesis, the Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, and the NES. But out of all the versions, this one appears to be kind of rushed. I don't know why that is. And it's not a uncommon game, but at least where I'm at, it's hard to find out in the wild. I don't see it at the stores too often. I'm trying to skip all this for you. Here you go. See, it looks similar to the first one, but you can tell right away it's more of a beat 'em up. The way Batman moves, he can punch, do combos. You can do a little leg slide there, a leg kick. I don't know if you have any. Okay, if you press up and the punch button, which is B, you throw a batarang. You have a grappling hook, so up and B, you have a grappling hook. Oh crap, alright. One thing I like about this game is when you punch these guys, they just go flying. I mean, just straight off the screen. And one thing I don't like about this game is there's no continues. So, I mean, once you die, it starts you off at the very beginning of the game. So all these little presents you see laying around, that's going to be your lifeline, because once you die, that's it. You gotta start all the way over. I believe there is a password system in the game, but oh, fast he punches. Just like Double Dragon. Now if I press A and B at the same time, I can do a special attack. Boom! But that takes some of my health. These guys just keep on coming. Tell you the truth, it kind of plays like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game for NES. You can jump and just do a flying kick there. Oh, these guys! I hate these guys. Boom! Batarang, or boomerang, whatever it is. Yeah. The cool thing is each enemy has its own health gauge, as you can see down there. HP, that's my health, and then there's the enemy health bar, which is cool. Lets you know if you're actually doing any damage to these guys. So some of these guys take forever to kill. Oh, there's a leg slide there, leg kick, whatever you want to call it, slide attack. The Batman slide. It plays pretty good. It's not, you know, the hit detection is a little weird, but it's definitely fun. And like I said earlier, it follows the movie pretty closely. You know, obviously this is the part where Batman's walking through the city and just taking down the clowns. Come on, man. You're fatty. Now there is a lot of secret, like hidden items and areas you can go to, I believe, using your bat grapple. But I haven't really found them. Here's the present you're gonna want to get there. It gives you some health. Without that, you're pretty much screwed. So. Hey. Boom, 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 boom. Very fun game though. It's a nice beat 'em up. I wish it had a 2-player mode, but I don't know how they would incorporate that. But it's fun like it is. Nice game. I picked mine up for like $9. You can probably get it cheaper online. A little hard to find though. So that's pretty much it for Batman Returns. Like I said, we're not looking too much into it. Just a little gameplay and a little history. And you know, I really like this game. I think it's fun. We'll see you on the next one. So we just got through taking a look at Batman Returns on the NES, and next up on the list is Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo. That one's probably going to be in part 2 because I don't want this video to be too long. It's probably be a 3-part series, so on part 2 we will see Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo and probably at least 2 more games, and then part 3 we'll have the rest of them. We'll squeeze them in there. So just stay tuned. We'll see you on part 2.